Water is life. It is a common heritage, a social resource for all human communities. "50 years ago, India had half as many people as today. People ate less food and used less water to produce it. Water is used in many aspects of human life. Our daily uses go well beyond drinking. We use water to wash, navigate, cook, irrigate, put out fires, and to generate power. Water is also part and parcel of most religious practices. In India, all rivers are the home of gods and goddesses. But today, the competition for scarce water resources is intense. Many river basins do not have enough water to meet all the demands. Inequities are growing between the have and the have-nots, and conflicts are growing between farms and cities, pastoralists and herders, agriculture and nature. The larger water user globally is agriculture. Much of the water used is rainfall, but water is also withdrawn from rivers and aquifers to secure production. In India, agriculture is a source of livelihood for nearly two-thirds of the workforce. Many of those farmers cultivate rented land or own less than 2 hectares. Where agriculture relies entirely on rainfall, irregular monsoon rains can mean complete crop failure, deeper poverty, and higher debts. For those farmers, access to water for agriculture and the ability to bring it to the crop when needed can change their life. For this vast farming economy, uncertain rains and difficulty in accessing water to irrigate when monsoon rains fail locks many smallholders in poverty. India has a long tradition of irrigation, with 40% of agricultural land currently irrigated, but this leaves the majority of the farmed land without water when there is no rain. "60% of the irrigation relies on groundwater. Where this has been left unchecked in sensitive aquifers, it has caused a critical drop in groundwater tables. In some areas, the situation has become so bad that they have been declared dark zones, where no further exploitation of groundwater is permitted. For small farmers dependent on rain-fed crops or shallow wells in dark zone areas, the lack of water started to become an insurmountable obstacle. They had no chance to irrigate when monsoon rains failed or to find labor close by. Farmers had to migrate most of the year to find work, often far away. Without water, the possibility of breaking out of the vicious cycle of poverty is incredibly slim.
एक समय सब बहुत ही संपन्न क्षेत्रों में माना जाता था, इस देश के बहुत संपन्न क्षेत्रों में माना जाता था, ये कि इतना संपन्न था कि यहाँ हर कदम में लोगों को खाने की व्यवस्था थी और हर कदम में पानी था।
But this all changed. In Madhya Pradesh, like in many other states, groundwater use for irrigation has increased dramatically since the 1970s. Every year, new tube wells were dug. The wells needed to become deeper and deeper as the water table dropped. 300 feet, then 500, then 800. Those first affected were the smallholder farmers, who relied on shallow wells, only 5 to 10 meters deep. As the wells became deeper, the energy required to pump the water also increased. With the cost of buying and running the pumps, the sporadic electricity supply and power cuts, the cost of water for irrigation soared. In the 1990s, several tube wells ran dry and the population started to have difficulty to find water. What they could find was of very poor quality. Without easy access to safe water, countless hours were spent in finding and transporting water. Some poorer families had to leave their land and search for work elsewhere. Even richer farmers started to leave their farms. The Agriculture Water Management Solutions project, initiated in 2009 by a group of international and national research and development organizations, has been exploring ways to improve access to water for smallholders. In Madhya Pradesh, CARD, the Center for Advanced Research and Development, took a strong interest in exploring the potential of a range of agricultural water management solutions for smallholders with farmers and key local stakeholders.
रवि में गेहूँ, चना। कार्ड मध्य प्रदेश में भोपाल में स्थित है और संपूर्ण भारत में यह लाइवलीहुड से जुड़े, आजीविका से जुड़े मुद्दों पर कार्य करता है। इसके अंतर्गत कार्ड ने पूरे प्रदेश में करीब 20-25 अलग-अलग तरह के कृषि जल प्रबंधन को स्टडी किया और इसके अंतर्गत अंत में 2 मुख्य जल प्रबंधन विधियों को हमने डिटेल्ड अध्ययन के लिए शॉर्टलिस्ट किया।
CARD has other locations in other districts. This allows the staff to give widespread coverage in the territory and to better provide for the population's needs.
माने 140 फ़ारेनहाइट के आसपास पहुंच चुका है।
CARD provides training and support to the farmers. It organizes workshops and trainings to show farmers which water management practices are more suitable and profitable for their land. Madhya Pradesh is located at the center of India and is the second largest state in the country, with around 30 million hectares and a population of 60 million. It has a large tribal community and one of the highest levels of rural poverty in India. Most of the rural population depends on agriculture for their livelihood. Almost all these farmers can only produce one rain-fed crop a year during the monsoon season from July to September, if the rains are good. While less than half of the cultivated lands are irrigated, the limited water available for irrigation leaves farmers with few alternatives. It is clear that the solution for millions of people in Madhya Pradesh to improve their livelihoods lies in effective water management practices. In 2006, in the Devas district, in the western part of Madhya Pradesh, the situation was worrying as groundwater levels dropped dramatically and salinity increased. The first to suffer were the poorer farmers, dependent on shallow wells, but soon also the richer farmers, with deeper wells and water lifting equipment, had no water to irrigate their crops. Mr. Umakant Rao, district collector in 2006, an engineer by training, looked for options to reinvigorate agriculture through better water management.
मैं यहाँ 2006 में पदस्थ हुआ डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर के रूप में, और मुझे याद है कि जब मैं यहाँ आया तो जब किसी से भी मिलता था, चाहे वो किसान हों, चाहे वो जनप्रतिनिधिगण हों, तो ये एक सामान्य तौर पे लगभग सभी लोग बोलते थे कि साहब यहाँ सूखे की जैसी स्थिति है और रेगिस्तान शायद ये कभी बन सकता है। मैंने ये भी महसूस किया कि शायद पानी जो प्राकृतिक रूप से हर वर्ष बारिश के दौरान इस क्षेत्र को मिलता है, वो शायद इतनी बड़ी समस्या नहीं है, बल्कि कई मायनों में देखा जाए तो वो हमारी आवश्यकता से ज़्यादा मिलता है। समस्या उसके प्रबंधन का है कि मैं इस प्रबंधन को कैसे ध्यान में रखते हुए कैसे मैं तकनीकी रूप से एक ऐसा सिंपल सॉल्यूशन लेके आऊँ जो टेक्निकली फिजिबल हो, सिंपल हो, वर्केबल हो, लोगों की प्रैक्टिस में हो।
The simple solution devised Mr. Umakantum Rao was an earth tank system, a traditional practice that was already in use, but that needed to be revitalized and optimized. The proposed tanks or ponds were individual structures dug on 10 to 20% of a farm's land. They collected rainwater during the wet season and were used irrigating the remaining land during the dry season.
पूरे साल में लगभग 1000 मिलीमीटर वर्षा जो है रिकॉर्ड की जाती है। यदि इस पानी को रोका जाए खेतों में तो उस पानी से पूरे साल तक खेती की जा सकती है। इसके अंतर्गत वहाँ के तत्कालीन जो कलेक्टर थे श्री उमाकांत राव, उन्होंने रेवा सागर मूवमेंट की शुरुआत की। उन्होंने किसानों को समझाया और कहा कि आप अपनी अपनी ज़मीन में रेवा यानी कि नर्मदा, आप अपने अपने ज़मीन में नर्मदा लाओ, और एक अच्छे इसे एक धार्मिक टच देते हुए उन्होंने इन किसानों को भागीरथ किसान का नाम दिया और एक बहुत बड़ा अभियान शुरू किया।
भागीरथ कृषक जैसे आप सभी जानते हैं और इस देश में सभी लोग जानते हैं, भागीरथ एक माइथोलॉजिकल फिगर है। वो गंगा जी को स्वर्ग से यहाँ लेके आए थे। रेवा यहाँ इस एरिया में, इस प्रदेश में एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण नदी बहती हैं, जिनको हम सभी लोग बहुत सम्मान से नर्मदा जी कहते हैं और उनको बहुत ही प्यार से रेवा कहा जाता है। तो उनके नाम से ये आंदोलन खड़ा किया गया था।
The so-called Reva Sagar movement started up in some pilot villages of Devas district, but later it expanded to other areas. It all started with an emblematic ceremony organized in the village of Harnavda in Devas district by the first farmer adopting the earth tank solution. To celebrate the benefits coming from his new water harvesting system, he decided to perform the symbolic funeral of the old tube well. That attracted a large group of local farmers who joined the movement. This marked the beginning of a new era. Mr. Umakantum Rao and his staff started to advertise and popularize the project from village to village, arranging seminars for the farmers and the whole population. People started to understand that if no water solution was put into place, no sustainable agriculture could be possible. Food security and development of future generations were at risk. Proper water management could have helped even the poorest of the poor in expanding minimal farming to sustainable levels and even run small businesses. Digging ponds or building tanks to store rainwater was already a widely used technique in India. However, in most cases, these ponds were built by local government and for community use. The difference with Reva Sagar in Devas district was that individual ponds were built to allow every farmer to harvest and use the water he needed for his own farm.
उस समय सर हमारे गांव में पूरा सूखा था, ट्यूबवेल खनन कराए जाते थे, ट्यूबवेल सूखे निकलते थे। इन ट्यूबवेलों से परेशान हुए थे, पैसा भी बर्बाद भी खूब हुए। कलेक्टर एम मोहन राव जी ने सबसे पहले मेरा तालाब खुदवाया था और तभी से तालाब का सिलसिला चालू हुआ। किसानों को तालाब से ही लाभ था। ट्यूबवेल तो क्या, जो पुराने ट्यूबवेल जिनके चालू थे वो भी बंद हो गए, सिर्फ वो ही जीवित हैं, तालाब वाले किसान ही जीवित हैं। अब हम सोयाबीन, गेहूँ, चना, मसूर,
The water harvesting practice has changed the livelihoods of many farmers in Devas district, bringing significant benefits like the diversification of agriculture. Some farmers have shifted from soybean-based monocropping during the wet Kharif season to multiple crops throughout the year. They even grow tomatoes, chilies and cotton. The villages where the river Sagar concept was piloted have now fully adopted water harvesting, and the landscapes is covered with blue patches. Even smaller farmers have dug ponds, and in some villages, collective ponds were dug for livestock watering and the landless. The tanks have naturally become part of the new rural landscape. They have helped to recharge the groundwater, and the shallow wells can once again be used in the villages. Tanks are built at different levels in cascades to benefit from the natural slopes and let water flow by gravity, and fill a series of pools down to the lower point. There has been a general improvement of the farming practices, and in some cases, some technical innovations were introduced to optimize water use for high-value crops using drip irrigation. Today, farmers are able to secure their rain-fed crops and produce even 2 or 3 more crops in a year. They have water throughout the year and have started diversifying their farming activities. As a consequence of the intensive farming and improved productivity, the opportunities for employment have increased and the wages have gone up. Laborers and casual workers can find work in their villages throughout the year and are no longer forced to search for work elsewhere. Fruit farming has also been encouraged and created new income opportunities for many people. Orchards are changing the landscape in Madhya Pradesh. The general improvement of livelihoods has enabled some farmers to acquire modern machinery and equipment. The surplus crop production is sold in the markets. A new era of rural entrepreneurship has been initiated. The availability of water storage has created opportunities for more than just irrigation. Fishery, livestock rearing and dairy production are all on the rise.
ये डेयरी का काम आपने कितने समय से शुरू किया है?
वैसे तो ये पैतृक है, लेकिन 10-12 साल से इसको विस्तार बढ़ा दिया इसका।
तो कितनी भैंसें इसमें आपने खरीदी?
40
तो वर्तमान में आपके पास में कितना पर डे कितना दूध हो जाता हो?
200 लीटर के समथिंग।
Integrated farming systems have emerged with dairy farming representing the main source of income. In these systems, dairy animals benefit from a close source of water. A quality cattle breed has been introduced and the milk productivity has increased considerably. Small farmers can sell the surplus to a dairy collection point and get a small but fundamental income for their family. In the last 5-6 years, over 5,000 individual farm ponds were dug in the Devas district villages. The CARD team has observed that water tables have risen by up to 40 feet, and an additional 40,000 hectares can now be irrigated. The presence of water has also improved the ecological conditions in the area, bringing back wildlife.
परिवर्तन हुआ है, हरियाली हो गई है, पशु पक्षियों में परिवर्तन हुआ है। पशु पक्षी ढेर सारे तालाब के किनारे रहते हैं जो कभी दिखते नहीं थे। ऐसे पशु भी जो हैं, पक्षी जो हैं, जैसे बुगला इस समय हमारे गांव में बहुत है।
बहुत सी ऐसी बर्ड्स जो मेनली वाटर में डिपेंड करती थी वो आ गई हैं। फ्रॉग जो यहाँ शायद बहुत विजिबल नहीं हुआ करते थे, अब वो कई गुना, आई मीन मेनी टाइम्स, 100 टाइम्स जो है मल्टीप्लाई हो गए हैं। बटरफ्लाई पता नहीं कितनी तरह की, खरगोश पता नहीं कितने तरह के यहाँ दिख रहे हैं। तो बायोडाइवर्सिटी, वाइल्ड लाइफ, इन सब में भी ज़बरदस्त इम्पैक्ट हुआ।
ज़मीन और भी सुधरती जा रही है, जैसे कि जो जैविक चीज़ें नष्ट हो रही है दवाइयों इसे और इन चीज़ों से, तो वो जैविकपन आ रहा है इनमें। जैसे पानी भरा रहता है तो केचुए हैं या ये जो भी जीवन है, मच्छियाँ हैं और पक्षी वक्षी है, तो पक्षियों से और भी फ़ायदे हैं, जैसे कि यहाँ के चूहे हुए जो हैं वो कंट्रोल रहते हैं।
Even poor families also benefit from the ability of the richer farmers to invest in small ponds. Since the large farmers started harvesting water in their individual tanks and stopped pumping groundwater, the groundwater levels of some wells have gone up, enabling smallholder farmers to also irrigate part of their fields and the poorest families to secure water for their basic domestic needs. At first, only the richer farmers were able to invest in the digging of their own earth tank and sacrifice part of the land for the structure. But later on, thanks to the support of government programs, even poorer farmers could start building their tanks. However, as the release of funds from government subsidies is usually delayed, farmers are encouraged to invest themselves or as a group. Having seen the benefits for themselves, financial institutions are gaining confidence in this type of investment and beginning to offer loans for this purpose.
आप देखिए, सबसे अधिक लाभ होता है कि तालाब से जब कृषि की जाती है उसके कंपैरिजन में जब हम ट्यूबवेल से कृषि करते हैं, दोनों में बड़ा अंतर होता है। ट्यूबवेल में हमें बहुत ज़्यादा बिजली का खर्च करना पड़ता है, जबकि तालाब में बहुत कम खर्चे पे कृषि संभव हो सकती है। और तालाब का पानी क्योंकि सीधा जो है वो वर्षा का पानी है, ये अत्यधिक लाभकारी भी है। इसलिए जो किसान हैं, जो कि पूरे हमारे मध्य प्रदेश में लगभग 2/3 हिस्से में इस तरह के तालाब बनाए जा सकते हैं। यदि इसके लिए थोड़ा कुछ ऐसा प्रयास किया जाए कि किसानों को इसके लिए ऋण की सुविधा की जाए या कम ब्याज पर ऋण दिया जाए तो शायद ये मूवमेंट काफ़ी सफल रहेगी।
जो छोटे और मझोले किसान हैं उनके पास पैसा है नहीं और बैंक फाइनेंस करती नहीं। अगर फाइनेंस हो जाए तो छोटे किसानों को भी इसका लाभ मिल जाए। गरीब किसान तो नहीं बना पाना सब, क्योंकि इतनी पूंजी लगा नहीं सकते। लगभग जीविका उनकी पुराने जैसी है सर,
उनमें कोई
चेंजेस नहीं।
Building a pond of 1 acre enough to irrigate up to 10 acres costs about 500,000 rupees. There is only one government program to support the building of these ponds, but they only subsidize up to 80,000 rupees and farmers need to invest the rest. In addition, the program's budget can currently only provide assistance for about 5,000 ponds a year in the whole state, a state where over 50 million people live in rural areas. Having water available is only the first step. To use it, farmers also need to buy and operate motorized water pumps to lift the water to the field. This is another cost. As they cannot rely on the electricity from the grid, they mainly use diesel pumps, which are expensive to run. In addition, it is necessary to improve the water application methods to reduce water losses. This will also reduce the costs.
क्या नाम है आपका?
पप्पू नहीं नाम है सर।
अच्छा, सिंचाई के लिए कौन सी विधियाँ उपयोग करते हैं आप?
अभी सर लाइन तो है नहीं तो पंप से इस्तेमाल कर लेते हैं। पानी खींचना तो पड़ता है, अब ऐसे तो पानी उठ के जाएगा नहीं, तो कहीं इंजन की एक दूसरे के पास से लेके और हमारा गुजारा कर लेते हैं।
तो इंजन में कितने पैसा लग जाता है इंजन से पानी लेने
सर
में?
इंजन से पानी लेने में इंजन कम से कम 2 लीटर तो घंटे का डीजल खा जाता है वो।
और बाकी इंजन का किराया?
इंजन का किराया 100 रुपया लेते हैं घंटे के हिसाब से। 1 घंटे का 100 रुपया इंजन वाला ले लेता है।
तो किस माध्यम से देते हैं सिंचाई? से बहाव विधि से?
बहाव विधि से देते सर। उसका क्यारा बना रखते हैं हम लोग, तो उस आधार से देख लेते हैं कि पानी चला गया तो उसको फिर दूसरे क्यारे में छोड़ देते हैं। और ऊपरी हिस्से में ज़मीन रहती है तो वो तो तालाब में नीचे से हमको पंप से ही खींचना पड़ता है।
अच्छा।
The areas where water solutions have already been profitably put into place are now witnessing an improvement in the socio-economical infrastructure. The rise of agricultural production has required a new workforce and has opened the areas up to new markets. The cereal warehouses are today the visible symbol of the renewed productivity of the ground. This development virtuous circle has provided access to services such as education and health. Parents now wish their children can attend the best schools of the area. Rainwater harvesting tanks are not suitable everywhere in the state. In areas where slopes are steeper, where soil is less permeable, or simply where the farmers don't have enough land to build tanks on, other measures are being used to take full advantage of the rains. Field banding, known in some parts of India as medbandan, is a structural measure with an embankment of soil or stones, constructed along the contour and stabilized with vegetation like fodder grass or leguminous crops. Bands reduce the speed at which water runs off the land and encourage the water to infiltrate the soil. This also reduces soil movement down the slope, increases soil moisture, and conserves soil fertility.
ये ग्राम छतरपुर है। इस गांव में जलग्रहण परियोजना का क्रियान्वयन 2007-8 से किया गया है, क्योंकि इस क्षेत्र में वाटर लेवल की बहुत कमी है, जिससे इस टाइप के कार्यों की बहुत ज़रूरत थी और लगभग जल स्तर बढ़ने की शुरुआत की गई है। ये आप देख रहे हैं कंटू ट्रेंच है, स्टेगर्ड कंटू ट्रेंच, जो कि हमने 5-5 मीटर के इंटरवल पे स्लोप के आधार पे बनाई है। इसमें वर्षा का पानी इकट्ठा होकर यहाँ रुकता है और वर्षा का पानी धीरे धीरे ज़मीन के अंदर रिसता है और ज़मीन के अंदर जाने से ये आप देख रहे हैं कि ये लगभग 1 मीटर गहरी होती है और 1.5 मीटर चौड़ी करते हैं। जो स्लोप के आधार पे इनका डिज़ाइन तय किया जाता है, परंतु इसका बहुत दूरगामी प्रभाव गांव के किसानों की ज़मीनों में पड़ रहा है। पत्थर होने के कारण इस पूरे क्षेत्र का पानी इतना अधिक बहाव से बह के जाता था कि किसानों की मेड़ और खेतों को भी बहा ले जाता था, जिससे कि उनको धान की खेती करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता था। चारा का जो बीज लगाए गए थे और बहुत ज़्यादा पानी इसमें जाकर कई बार फुल हुआ है ये, और ज़मीन का जल स्तर बढ़ाने में बड़ा मददगार है कंटू ट्रेंच।
In Mandla district, field banding started in October 2009, and since then almost every farm in the district has benefited from it. More than 100,000 medbandan were built with the support of the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, or NREGA, a government initiative that guarantees 100 days of paid labor to poor families. The program supports the construction of small infrastructures, including rainwater harvesting tanks and field banding. Women are often interested in the NREGA wages, even if they are lower than they could earn elsewhere in the country, because they enable them to work close to home and leave children at school.
नरेगा के अंदर 100 दिन के रोजगार के अंतर्गत जो सरकार ने एक योजना बनाई थी, उस संदर्भ में मंडला जिले ने काफ़ी एक महत्वपूर्ण कदम उठाया। उस जिले में क्योंकि आदिवासी बाहुल्य जिला है, जिले के पास मनरेगा के अंतर्गत काफ़ी बजट है कि क्यों ना 100% किसानों को मेड़ बंधान का लाभ देकर मनरेगा के अंतर्गत सरकार द्वारा गरीबों के लिए 100 दिन के रोजगार का एक जो है योजना बनाई गई। परंतु इसके अंतर्गत मंडला जिले ने एक बड़ी ही महत्वपूर्ण जो है योजना बनाई। उन्होंने जिले में आजीविका के साधन जो है बनाने के लिए नरेगा के साथ मेड़ बंधान में स्थायी आजीविका के साधन बनाने का प्रयास किया, और हमने पाया कि इस मेड़ बंधान के द्वारा खेतों की उपजाऊ क्षमता दुगनी से तिगनी कर दी गई है।
Poverty is deepest among members of scheduled castes and tribes in the rural areas. Traditionally, many lived off forest resources, but today their access to the forest is restricted, and it has affected their traditional lifestyle and forced them to look for new livelihoods such as agriculture. They also migrate for work when no crops can be grown.
आपका नाम क्या है?
गुलाब सिंह
गुलाब सिंह
जी।
इसी गांव में रहते हैं?
जी।
कौन सा गांव है?
छतरपुर।
रोजगार गारंटी का जो कार्य है उसमें काम किए हैं?
जी।
तो पैसा मिल गया?
जी।
ये रोजगार गारंटी का काम नहीं करते थे तो उससे पहले क्या स्थिति थी आपकी?
इसमें बहुत कंट्रोल आई थी सर।
समस्याएं आई थी?
जी।
क्या समस्याएं?
माने रोजगार नहीं मिलते थे।
तो फिर क्या करते थे?
वो बाहर ही जाते थे।
बाहर कहाँ जाते थे?
चाहे भोपाल हो, चाहे दिल्ली हो, चाहे नागपुर हो।
Cart research in Mandla district showed positive results of field banding for dry season cropping. In addition, crops like peas and lentils can be grown on the bands. They stabilize the bands and have additional benefits to food security. Productivity of farms has doubled or tripled.
Sopra una diga di pietra.
Using NREGA funds for field banding is a cost-effective option to improve rural livelihoods in two ways. First, investing 15,000 rupees enables a farmer to improve soil moisture retention in 1 hectare and get more yield during the dry season. To reach the same result, he would have needed to invest 50,000 rupees for a rainwater harvesting pond or 150,000 to dig a tube well. Second, under NREGA, the work is done manually by the farmer himself and all the expenses are paid to the household as wages from NREGA. To increase the benefits of NREGA, district authorities could design consistent long-term plans with yearly investment in mission mode. That means that the NREGA investment would target field banding in a private lands of farmers eligible to NREGA work. On the basis of soil types, slope and livelihood characteristics, research shows that these two measures of field banding and rainwater harvesting ponds are already improving agricultural water management and livelihoods in over 2/3 of the state of Madhya Pradesh. To stimulate further adoption, investment in awareness raising is needed, targeted both at farmers and government authorities. The farmers, not only from Devas but from the whole of Madhya Pradesh, visit here, observe the conditions and are inspired. They have also started the work at their respective places. We have sent our master trainer in the whole of Madhya Pradesh, sometimes in the Rajgarh district and sometimes in the Indus district, who has inspired the farmers there and they have benefited.
सभी सुखी होवे सदा। होवे सभी निरोग। होवे सभी निरोग।
CART started raising the awareness of local farmers by organizing exposures visits so that farmers themselves could assess the costs and benefits of making the most of rainwater, either by building their own ponds to store water or by doing field banding. They also taught them about the financial options for investment. But many more farmers should hear and see what these options can do for them. Most of the farmers have not seen the benefits of these practices and are not yet convinced. Greater support from other development partners is also needed to multiply the awareness effort that is the first stage in enable sustainable adoption.
पूरे प्रदेश में इससे इस रेवा सागर को यदि फैलाना है तो हमें चाहिए कि सभी किसान आगे बढ़कर आएं। हर किसान यदि अपने खेत में इस तरह के तालाब बनाएगा तो शायद हमारे देश का संकट, जल संकट खत्म हो जाए।
और किसानों को पानी रोकने की सबसे ज़्यादा यही हमारा प्रचार प्रसार रहता है कि बारिश का पानी, कहते हैं कि आकाशात पतितम तोयम यथा गच्छति सागरम, उस पानी को सागर में मत जाने दो। पहला पानी जो होता है माँ के दूध के समान होता है, इसलिए उस पानी को सहेजना जरूरी है। हमारा यही संदेश है कि अगर हमने पानी का संचय करा है तो आज तालाब बनाया है तो वो तो पीढ़ी बन रहेगा। आज ये उद्यानिक बगीचा लगाया है तो बच्चों के लिए, जीवन के लिए। हमने तो हमारी तरफ से जो सेवा थी उनको कर दी, और सेवा करने के साथ साथ उनको अग्रसर भी कर दिया, और बगीचे भी लग रहे हैं, सब कुछ। तो ये बच्चों के भविष्य के लिए।